Hi, Peter Jones, Chartered Surveyor, author and property investor, and in this short series of videos we're looking at 10 things that I've learned over the last 20 years in doing property for myself. And number 9 on my list is the quality of a JV is very much down to the JV partner and not down to the terms of the JV or the type of deal or the amount of money that they bring. Now, just in case you're wondering, if you're not sure, JV means joint venture. So a JV partner could be somebody who you bring in to your business perhaps on a deal-by-deal basis, and maybe they're financing the deals, or maybe you're financing the deals but your JV partner's sourcing the deals. Or maybe the JV partner is actually a business partner who you work with regularly and has a stake in your business. There's many, many ways of structuring a JV. That's not important. But what is important is to consider the quality of your JV partner, because I know that many investors don't actually think about the quality of the JV partner themselves. They're often thinking about who can I bring in who can help me to source a particular type of deal, or they're thinking who can I bring in who's got the money which will allow me to do the deals I want to do. Both of which, by the way, are perfectly valid questions and are questions that you should be asking. But in my experience, and this is purely my experience, and maybe this is down to my personality type, one thing which I've learned over the last 20 years is that whether the JV is going to succeed or not, whether it stands or falls, will often be down to the quality of the JV partner. What do I mean by that? Well, what I'm specifically thinking about is whether the JV partner is actually good at being the JV partner. Because what I've discovered over 20 years is that I naturally tend to gravitate towards people who I like. And I've had several JV partners who I love to pieces, and they have been very, very great friends, and they still are friends. But as JV partners, it just didn't work out. Why? Well, probably because we were too similar. That's probably the truth of the matter. And if I had known then what I know now, I would have been looking for a completely different type of JV partner. And although I think it's important that you get on with your JV partner, and although I think it's important that you can work closely with your JV partner, I think it's also important to recognise that you don't want somebody just because you like them. I've had JV partners who I've had fantastic fun with. It's made my working days amazing just to be able to wake up and pick up the phone to my JV partner and spend an hour on the phone having a blast with them, but actually we haven't got very much work done. We haven't actually done the things which needed to be done, and that caused quite a lot of strain and friction in the end. So think about the qualities that you need your JV partner to have, and think about those qualities, I would say, before you even start thinking about whether they can do whatever it is you want them to do, whether that be sourcing the property or bringing the money. There's a lot of other stuff which you need to be thinking about as well. How complementary are they? Do they supplement or do they detract from what you're trying to do? Is it going to be a positive or negative experience? Are you just doing what I did, just looking for a friendship group who you can hang out with? And ultimately, that, I'm being honest, I think that's what I was doing, and it wasn't the most successful way of running a JV. It wasn't the most successful way of doing property deals. So all of these things need to be thought about. So anyway, I've been Peter Jones, Chartered Surveyor, author, property investor. If you want to know more about me, come over to thepropertyteacher.co.uk. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Here's to successful property investing.